Hey everybody, we had a really rainy day out today, so I figured I would go into the archives and pull out this design and get a pattern up and running for it. Now it took a few iterations, but we finally got it. So this is a very simple three-piece clutch. You have the main body and then two gussets, and then the optional, if you want to put a closure on it, you can do that too. It has a built-in handle. It's a super easy to make piece, and you can do a lot of embellishing if you want to tool it, if you want to dye it, you want to do different trims, whatever you want to do. And the pattern's going to be $3 or $4 down in the description if you want to make along. So the pattern is pretty simple. It's going to come in, this comes in 3 pieces, and you just overlap them. It'll have a center line and tape them together. So I don't know if you can see, but this is just packed and taped. There we go. That's how I put that together. Now, if you don't have one continuous piece of leather, you can just do it in 3 sections, overlap these. I would skive this down, this seam, and sew it up. You'll have a seam, but it'll still be cool. You'll still be able to make the bag. And then we have the gusset. We're going to cut out 2 of those pieces. But we only have 1 of those because they're just 2 identical pieces. So let's use the magic of the internet to kind of, here, we'll center it here. Let's get this done quick because you guys have seen me cut out things millions of times. Okay. So this main body is made out of about 10-ounce leather. It's nice and thick, and that is because we have the 2 handles here, so it'll be good to hang on to. And then I just have 2 gussets out of, it's like 3-4 ounce leather. I slicked the back of this with Tokonol. You can see it's nice and shiny, there's no fuzzies, and we're just going to get to assembling this now. First steps first, you're going to notice on patterns that we have center lines marked, and those are going to be important. We're going to mark those on the inside. I'm going to use just a Sharpie marker, and this is going to help us line everything up for gluing. That's really the sole purpose of these center lines. Although, if you want to carve or do any sort of embellishments, it'll help you out there too. Clips here, I'm using toluene-free barge. We want a really good adhesion on these gussets, because there's going to be a lot of stress put on them while we're gluing them together before we have them stitched. Once it's stitched, we're good, but this glue is kind of a third hand for us to hold everything together, and we have to get everything centered and stuff, so you do want a really good bond on this. So I'm gluing these gussets around, but I'm not gluing the top. Then on the main body, this is the front, so this is going to be the inside. And I'm going to wing it a little bit, but I know that these gussets come up to right about that curve there. Okay, so I have one side glued together, and we're going to do the other side now on camera. I'm going to do the best I can to show you. I'll move you down here a little bit. How about that? There we go. So you have your little mark here, and we have our little mark right there. We're going to basically just make like a little taco and line up our marks. Now we're going to do the other side. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see right about where this lands on this side here on the curve, and I'm going to stick this as close as I can, and I'm going to check my work so we can come up a little bit. And I would put a line here for you, but it's going to be different depending on what kind of, everyone's going to be a little bit different, but it's all dependent on the leather that you use. So then I'm going to move towards the center and remember you can put your hand inside the bag as well, like that. And if you have a bump like this, we can take off some of our clips and pop that out a little bit, and then ease that back in. So it's a little finagling. You might want to build one of these out of scrap first to kind of understand how it all goes together, but it's one of those things where to make it simple, it has, you know, I kind of ended up with it being a little weird to assemble. But look, we have that side good. We have that side good. Let's zoom out a little bit. So you can see, here's our bag. Here's the inside. Here's our gussets. And it's all in one move. it's a full bag. So we're gonna let this kind of, the glue set up just a tiny bit. Then I'll come in and hammer it down. You don't need to wait a long time. Our next step is gonna be to clean up these edges. So I'm gonna take my skiving knife, make sure your hand is away from the blade, so if you slip, God forbid, you're not taking your finger off. And I'm just gonna trim like this. If you're wondering how I power most of the stuff with solar in the shop, it's really not that hard. That's about 600 watts of panels. That goes via just a little above ground cable through this door here. We have 2 batteries here. The solar panels go in where that green light is. That conditions the power to go into the batteries. Then the batteries come out to, there's an inverter there and an inverter there. That inverter is used specifically for my sanding machine. And we're just gonna sand the edges of this. This will take care of the low spots. I don't show this machine much, but I've had it since like 2011, 2012. Use it, has thousands of hours on it at this point. I think they're really expensive now, so I can't say that this is the one that I would get, but it is one I have experience with, and it's never broken. So we remove the high spots with our skiving knife, and we remove the low spots by sanding. We need to go back and sand a little more. That's totally cool too. Just make sure everything's even. Our seams, I'm gonna work from the inside, and I use a 3mm stitching distance for my stitching allowance. So these calipers never move. This is a 3mm gap here. And what we're gonna do is, or what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna punch from the inside and sew from the outside. And the way that I stitch, which we have a video on if you want to watch that, No Stitching Pony, but the way that I do that means that I'll get a perfect slant on both sides if I punch from one side and sew from the other. Using a 5mm stitching chisel. And now the cool thing about this is it's basically just a straight line, so it looks a little weird to punch, but as long as you're confident in your movements, you just push this out of the way. There you go. You'll have a nice straight line. And this is also kind of shows this hump here, the way that you hold on like this. If you look, that little hump keeps your fingers protected. So, because you're holding it down here, so there's really no way for you to choke up and pinch your fingers when you're doing a seam like this, and you're kind of pushing at the same time as you're hitting with the hammer. And once we have all of our holes punched, I punched a big hole here. I'm going to run my stitch through this hole, and then I'm going to use a rivet. So we're going to make this look a little more utilitarian than the fully stitched and lined one. I figured it would be a nice contrast. You can see what it looks like in both styles. And so now all that's left is we're going to stitch this thing up. Need thread. This is all the Dunbar stuff. I'm going to use a new I'll use this. That'll be good. Kind of like a Louis Vuitton, old school Louis Vuitton. You'll get this closure template in the pattern. What I did was I just cut it out. Now I didn't mark on the main pattern where to put it because it's going to be different for everybody. So I just have it riveted. You do get the 2 rivet marks in there. So I'm going to do 2 rivets here. I just centered it with a ruler, and then I'm going to fold this over through the handles onto this side, and we'll figure out where we want our closure. I think I'm gonna go magnetic on this one because I went with the locks on this one. So I'm gonna go for a little bit of a slimmer profile in this one. And we are all set. So here is our unlined, get a nice 3/4 view there with the magnetic. This is the 18mm slim magnet snap that Buckle Guy sells. I love them. They're really strong. They hold pretty much anything closed. I made this one a nice tight fit. You can see it holds it really tightly close here. And you just hold it like this. And here's what it looks like. The pattern will come with this closure, but you can very easily just make your own with some rough measurements. I made this one a little more squared off, with the locks on it. This is the fully lined one. And this is the basic one with the 10-ounce veg tin, which looks great. So that's going to be all. Pattern and materials are in the description, and thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one.